Hi everyone. So in this class, we are going to discuss about concept of Smith chart and applications of Smith chart. First, we are going to discuss about impedance circle diagram. So what is the impedance circle diagram? If the impedances are plotted in the complex plane in the form of RX diagram. So RX diagram means resistance and reactance. R is the resistance and X is the reactance. So resistance and reactance diagram. It turns out that for a lossless transmission line terminated with some fixed impedance, that is ZR. The locus of the input impedance as a function of the electrical parameter, electrical length, beta L is varied is circle. This circle diagram is known as impedance circle diagram. Next, we are going to discuss about Smith chart. The circle diagram is very useful in calculating line impedance and admittances. It has number of drawbacks. The basic difference or the main difference between the two is that in circle diagram, the resistive components and the reactive components of impedance has been represented in the rectangular chart. So whereas in Smith chart, the resistance and reactance components of impedance are represented in the form of circle diagram. So this is the main difference between circle diagram and the Smith chart. Okay, in circle diagram, the resistive component R and the reactive components of the impedance are represented in the form of the rectangular chart, whereas in the Smith chart, the resistive component and the reactive components of the impedance can be represented in the form of the circular chart. So it is for this reason that the impedance circle diagram is often referred to as a rectangular chart, while Smith chart is a circular chart. So there is a difference between impedance circle diagram and the Smith chart. What is a Smith chart? A Smith chart is a graphical representation of the normalized resistance and reactance. A Smith chart is a graphical plot or graphical representation of normalized resistance and normalized reactance functions in the complex reflection coefficient plane. The complex reflection coefficient plane. The Smith chart is a graphical representation of the normalized resistance and normalized reactance functions that can be represented in the complex reflection coefficient plane. A Smith chart is a graph that showing both normalized impedance and reflection coefficient. That showing both normalized impedance and reflection coefficient. And the Smith chart is convenient for transmission lines and circuit calculation. It is also useful tool in impedance matching circuit design. The Smith chart is also useful tool in impedance matching circuit design. So that is the importance of the definition of the Smith chart and importance of the Smith chart. Next, derive the constant R circles and constant X circles. What is the constant R circle and what is the constant X circles in Smith chart? So we know that the reflection coefficient is given by or defined as K is equal ZR minus Z0 by ZR plus Z0. In that equation, on RHS side, numerator and denominator is dividing by characteristic impedance Z0. So we get the reflection coefficient K is equal ZR by Z0 minus 1 by ZR by Z0 plus 1. That is equal Z suffix R minus 1 by Z suffix R plus 1, where Z suffix small r is the normalized load impedance. Z suffix small r is the normalized load impedance, and it is given by normalized load impedance Z suffix capital R by Z0, where Z suffix capital R is the load impedance, Z0 is the characteristic impedance. Hence, the normalized load impedance ZR and reflection coefficient K both are the complex quantities. So that are the normalized load impedance is the sum of the real part and imaginary part. That is the resistive component and reactance components. So ZR is equal R plus JX, and the reflection coefficient K is also a complex quantity. That is the real part of the reflection coefficient and imaginary part of the reflection coefficient. So that is K is equal KR plus J into Kx. So Kr is the real part of the reflection coefficient, Kx is the imaginary part of the reflection coefficient. Okay, so what is the normalized? ZR is equal to 1 plus K. So what is the ZR? Normalized load impedance R plus Jx, and substitute these two values into this equation, we get R plus Jx is equal 1 plus Kr plus Jkx 1 plus K. K is the Kr plus Jkx by 1 minus K. What is the K? Kr plus Jkx. Minus into plus minus. So that is equal R plus Jx is equal 1 plus Kr plus Jkx divided by 1 minus Kr minus Jkx. So using rationalization, multiplying numerator and denominator by 1 minus Kr plus Jkx by 1 minus Kr plus Jx. So multiplying the numerator and denominator, simplifying that equation, finally we get R plus Jkx is equal 1 minus Kr square minus Kx square plus J2Kx by 1 minus Kr square plus Kx square. And separating the real parts and imaginary part. So equating on both sides real parts and imaginary part. The real part capital R is equal 1 minus Kr square minus Kx square by 1 minus Kr whole square plus Kx square, and imaginary part x is equal 2Kx by 1 minus Kr whole square plus Kx square. The real part gives the family of the constant R circles. The real part gives the family of the constant R circles, and the imaginary part gives the family of the constant X circles. The constant R circles. So what is the family of the constant R circle? The resistance R is equal to 1 minus Kr square minus Kx square by 1 minus Kr whole square plus Kx square. So take the cross multiplication, multiplying R in the denominator term, we get R into 1 plus Kr square, R plus R Kr square minus 2R Kr plus Kx square is equal 1 minus Kr square minus Kx square. And the RHS term is coming to the LHS side. We have, this is the expression. On LHS side, R Kr square plus Kr square, in these two terms Kr square is the common into 1 plus R, and R Kx square plus Kx square, these two terms Kx square is common, Kx square into 1 plus R, and minus 2R Kr minus 1 plus R is going to the RHS side, we have 1 minus R. So dividing on both sides by 1 plus R, we get Kr square minus 2 into R by R plus 1 into Kr plus Kx square is equal 1 minus R by 1 plus R. Adding on both sides by R plus 1 whole square, we get Kr square minus 2 into R by R plus 1 Kr plus Kx square into Kx square plus R by R plus 1 whole square is equal 1 minus R by 1 plus R into R by R plus 1 whole square. On LHS side, Kr square plus R by R plus 1 whole square minus 2 into Kr into R by R plus 1 is written as Kr minus R by R plus 1 whole square plus Kx square. On RHS side, take the LCM, we get 1 by R plus 1 whole square. On RHS side, take the LCM, 1 by R plus 1 whole square. So what is the circle equation? X square plus y square is equal to R square is the circular equation. In that equation, the center is 0, 0 and the radius is R. And one more circle expression is x minus a whole square plus x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to R square. In that equation, the center of the circle is a, b and the radius of the circle is 1 by R. So comparing this expression with standard representation of the circle expression, the center is R by R plus 1, 0 and the radius is 1 by R plus 1. The above equation represents family of the constant circles on the reflection coefficient plane. Therefore, equation represents the family of constant or circles which is represented on the reflection coefficient plane. Reflection coefficient plane. So that equation consists of having the radius 1 by r plus 1 and the center is 1 by r plus 1 comma 0. So all the constant circle touch the point 1 comma 0, including that r is equal to infinity circle. So this is the constant r circles, and x-axis is real part of the reflection coefficient and y-axis is imaginary part of the reflection coefficient. Here x-axis is k suffix r and y-axis is k suffix x. That equation, and this equation represents, this equation is the constant R circle, family of the constant R circle that can be represented into the reflection coefficient plane. And what is the real part of the reflection coefficient plane? Kr. And what is the imaginary part of the reflection coefficient plane? Kx. And these are the circles. These are the resistance circle. And this is R is equal to 0 circle. And this is r is equal to 0.2 circle, and this is r is equal to 0.5 circle, and this is r is equal to 1 circle, up to r is equal to infinity circle. So all constant circles intersect the point, meeting point 1 comma 0, including r is equal to infinity circle also, center point is 1 comma 0. Next, coming to constant x circles. So we know that the constant x circles x is equal to 2kx by 1 minus kr square plus kx square. Take the cross multiplication. 1 minus kr square plus kx square into x, and x is coming to the RHS side. We have 2kx by x, and 2kx by x is coming to the LHS side. We have kr minus 1 whole square plus kx square minus 2kx by x is equal to 0. Adding on both sides by 1 plus x whole square, we get kr minus 1 whole square plus kx square minus 2kx by x plus 1 by x whole square is equal to 1 by x square. Now here kx square minus 2kx by x plus 1 by x is written as kx minus 1 by x whole square. And this is also, comparing this equation is also standard representation of the circle expression. In that equation, the center of the circle is 1 comma 1 by x and the radius of the circle is 1 by x. So this equation is called as another family of the constant x circles, which is represented in reflection coefficient plane. Here x is the reactance. Reactance can be positive or negative. When the reactance is positive, the circle lies above the horizontal line. When the reactance is negative, the circle lies below the horizontal line. X represents reactance. That reactance can be positive or negative. Whenever the reactance is positive, the circle lies above the horizontal line. When the reactance X is negative, the circle lies below the horizontal line. See the from this figure, see in this figure. So this is the real part of the reactance and this is the imaginary part of the reactance. This is the horizontal line. Above the horizontal line we get positive reactance values, and below the horizontal values we have negative reactance value. And the positive reactance values are the inductive reactance components and negative reactance values are the capacitive reactance components values. And this is constant R circles figure, and this is constant X circles, and these curves are the reactance curves. Above the horizontal lines we have positive reactance values, and below the horizontal line we have negative reactance values. When x is equal to 0, the circle degenerates into a straight line. Kx is equal to 0. Because the straight line is a circle whose radius is infinity, and for x is equal to 0, the radius 1 by x will be infinity. all circles touch the point 1, comma 0. Therefore, the complete Smith chart can be determined by the superposition of the two sets that are constant x circles and constant r circles. The set of two circles. What is the set of the two circles? X circles and R circles. That is the Smith chart. Smith chart determination. The Smith chart can be determined by the superposition of the two sets of the constant X circles and constant R circles. Next, coming to applications of the Smith chart. In Smith chart, there are different applications. And first one is the Smith chart is used as a admittance diagram. The Smith chart is used as a admittance diagram. The Smith chart is used for converting impedance into admittance. Admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance. And one more application, it is used to determine the input impedance. Smith chart is used to determine the load impedance. Next application is it is used to determine the input impedance and the admittance of a short-circuited transmission line and open-circuited transmission line and matched load. So these are the applications of the Smith chart. Next, coming to Smith chart is used in a admittance diagram. Smith chart is used in a admittance diagram. The Smith chart can also be used as a admittance diagram. The normalized admittance is given by y is equal G minus JB, where G is the conductance and B is the susceptance. Where G is the conductance and which is the reciprocal of the resistance, and B is the susceptance which is the reciprocal of the reactance. Since the admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance, so we know that the admittance y is equal to 1 by j. So from the above two equations, what is equation 1? Equation 1 is admittance y is equal to g minus jb and admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance. From those two equations, we get g minus jb is equal to 1 by z, that is equal G minus JB is equal, what is the J? Impedance. Impedance is a complex quantity, that is the summation of the resistive and reactance components 1 by R plus Jx. So using rationalization, G minus JB is equal 1 by R plus Jx into R minus Jx by R minus Jx. So multiplying on RHS side, numerator and denominator, and the numerator is R minus Jx and the denominator is R plus Jx into R minus Jx, A plus B into A minus B, A square minus B square. In the denominator term is R square plus X square. So therefore, G minus JB is equal R by R square plus X square minus J into X by R square plus X square. So comparing real parts and imaginary part, the conductance G is equal R by R square plus X square and the susceptance B is equal x by r square plus x square, and also G minus JB is equal to 1 minus k by 1 plus k. And what is the impedance? The impedance Z is equal to 1 plus k by 1 minus k, and the impedance is the reciprocal of the admittance. So because of that, the admittance G minus JB is equal to 1 minus k by 1 plus k. Next one is, and Smith chart is used for converting impedance into admittance. Smith chart is also used as a converting impedance into admittance. So these are the applications of the Smith chart. The product of the input impedance and the load impedance is equal to the square of the characteristic impedance. The product of the input impedance and load impedance is equal to square of the characteristic impedance, and it is given by Z in into ZR is equal to Z0 square. So from this equation may also be written as Z in by Z0 is equal to Z0 by ZR. So this Z0 square is written as Z0 into Z0. One Z0 is coming to the LHS side, we have Z in by Z0, and ZR is going to the RHS side, we have Z0 by ZR. That is equal, ZI is equal 1 by ZR. The Z suffix IN is the input impedance, Z naught is the characteristic impedance, Z suffix capital R is the load impedance, Z suffix I is the input normalized input impedance. Normalized input impedance. So what is a normalized input impedance? It is defined as input impedance to the characteristic impedance. Normalized input impedance is Z in by Z naught, where Z suffix small r is the normalized load impedance, and it is given by Z suffix capital R by Z naught. Z suffix capital R is the load impedance, Z naught is the characteristic impedance, Z suffix small r is the normalized load impedance. So from this equation, Zi into Zr is equal to 1. So this is the Smith chart is used for converting a impedance into admittance. And these two are the applications of the Smith chart. This one and this one, these two are the applications of the Smith chart.